the unusual, the wonders of nature,
That's
the
him.
thrill of victory,
I'll tell you, that very well could be.
even the agony of angling.
Man, this will be his first bass of the morning.
Yes,
It's a good
the
fish,
most
boy.
prized,
Fell all over
the
the
bass
side.
and blooper.
I tell you the truth.
So here you have it, Bassmasters, the prized piscatorial outtakes and high water marks of the Bassmaster video files. For sure, tournament trail fishing is a serious business for the Bass Pro, but who won't chuckle as world champion David Fritz performs the Fritz Flip? Without a doubt, our video prize of all time, captured by Bassmaster cameraman Amos Posto. Truly amazing is that the wireless mic in David's pocket doesn't short out, and we'll let you listen as he struggles to get back in the boat. With no landing nets permitted in BASS competition, there's many a possible slip between the hook set and getting a bass safely in the live well. There's the most mentioned slip. A keeper-sized bass slides out of Jim Bitter's fingers, and with it, the Bassmasters Classic World Championship. There's a story behind that story. How many times have you heard the fishermen say, that bass almost jerked the rod out of my hand? Well, it can happen, as Jim Nolan shows us, thanks to a video clip from the Bassmasters' Tim Miller. But that's only half the story. I'm Bob Cobb. Don't go away. Besides looking back into our library of laughs, we'll have some how-to tips from the pros on how you can catch more bass.
So many fish. So little time. That's why Kmart and the Bass Anglers Sportsman Society have joined in an exclusive partnership to give you the know-how and the gear that can be the difference between fishing and catching fish. BASS and Kmart. We're talking serious fishing here.
For over 30 years, Bass has been teaching anglers how to become better bass fishermen like the pros. Get this powerful know-how and more as a Bass member. You'll receive 10 issues a year of Bassmaster magazine and 11 other exclusive benefits. Call now and I'll send you this free tackle pack, Hank Parker's Vampire Lure, Berkeley's Power Craw and Trilene Line, and the Winning Secrets of the Bass Pros book. Join now at the special anniversary rate of only $1.25 a month. Call 1-800-501-6334.
All right, if you're looking for comfort, Jersey's has it. If you're looking for clothing that's easy to care for, Jersey's has that. And if you're looking for more styles and colors than you've got fingers and toes, well, we got that too. Can you believe it? That is what you want, isn't it? Jersey's. That's with a Z.
You get big bites with the Excalibur Super Spook, a walk-the-dog wonder that is the Zara spook of all time. Yes. And that's the strikes you'll get with the Excalibur Spitting Image. Simply the best-looking, most versatile topwater lure ever. Catch 'em on top, Super Spook. Spitting Image. Pop-R. Spit, what?
The no-net rule. Perhaps the best gift a Bassmasters cameraman could wish for. When Ray Scott outlawed landing nets in Bass Anglers Sportsman Society's pro tournaments, he put the word sport into the competition and an element of video drama. As any pro will testify, there's a tough business decision to make when faced with hand landing a mean-tempered bass with a face full of treble hooks. With no nets allowed, the pros make adjustments. There's the swing 'em over the gunnel method, demonstrated by O.T. Fears.
Number one.
O.T.'s technique of jerk 'em in the boat works for him. This Oklahoma-based pro captured the BASS Superstars Championship on the Illinois River. As All-Pro Gary Klein shows us, the trick to landing a bass with the rod is to get the fish headed toward the boat and keep it coming up and over the side. But as Bassmasters TV commentator Tommy Martin calls the action in the '92 Classic, it can backfire.
Denny Brower has a fish on under a dock, working the fish out. Looks like a pretty good fish, too. Denny gets this one in. This will be his first bass of the morning. It's a good fish. Boy, it fell all over the side. I tell you the truth, the bass hit the deck and went over the side and went back into the lake. And it's just something that you rarely see happen. But, man, what a costly thing to happen this early in the morning to Denny Brower.
Thanks, Tommy, for that memorable moment in our Bassmasters files. Such misfortune prompts pros like David Fritz to use a wear-em-down strategy. Watch David's technique, as Tommy Martin calls the play-by-play.
This fish could be the clincher. Could be the fish that will just propel him right into the winner circle at the Bassmasters Classic. It is a big one. Fish came to the surface and boiled.
This is the fish I need right here.
Again, David's leading the fish around the boat, doing everything within his power to not let that fish get off. He's going to try to wear him down. Those old largemouth are strong right at first. They don't have a lot of endurance, but they're really strong. You've got to wear them down before you can get your hands on them. The worst thing he can try to do is get the fish up too quick. Well, he circled the boat one time, and he's wore him down. He's bringing him up. See if he can get his hands on him. He's got to be able to get his hands on him. Of course, again, he's trying to keep his hands away from that crankbait, too. David,
there he is, right there.
That's him. I'll tell you, that very well could be the clincher to put David Fritz in the winner's circle at this year's Bassmasters Classic.
With his classic victory, David Fritz earned quick respect, and others follow his lead him around the boat style.
Well, you hook 'em. Often you land 'em. But sometimes you lose 'em. Bass 1, angler 0. So with no nets allowed, do you try to grab 'em? Or trust your partner to get a lip lock on a lunker largemouth?
Yes.
You might try this method used by Zell Rowland to corral a leaping lunker with treble hooks in its jaw. Zell calls it the belly lift. Or do you just trust your luck and yank him in the boat?
Oh, no. Boy, was that a terrible boat flip or what?
Okay, how do you handle a no-net rule? After searching our Bassmasters file, we think David Fritz has the best, if not the most unique, technique.
Way on. Hang on that rabbit, guys. You ain't ripping this, are you?
I will never forget this, guys. I will never forget this.
Yeah. Get the motor down. Damn, that rabbit. That's good. All right, come here. I've let it rain loose, Mark.
Oh, no. Hey, he's still there. He's still there. Oh, no.
You ain't filming this, are you?
From now on, we'll just call you Drip Dry David. Stay tuned. The Bassmasters treasury of tape highlights will continue with our all-time greatest bass and hook sets.
Thanks for the truck, Dad.
What'd you do?
Not much.
Where'd you go?
Kurtz?
You still talking about moving that old barn?
No.
The best long-term quality of any full-sized pickup belongs to Chevy.
Had a scratch?
No.
Chevy, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Chef Paul of Bowman's makes the best steaks in town, the Herald. Chef Paul is the maestro of marinade, the Herald. Chef Paul's reputation is built on his marinade alone, the Herald.
Chef Paul's secret ingredient is actually A1.
Chef Paul questioned about missing assistant, the Herald. The secret to great steak isn't just for great steakhouses anymore. A1, a marinade, a seasoning, a 136-year-old secret.
Cleaning that mess is a breeze with the lightweight Dirt Devil Vision Vacuum. Available through this exclusive TV offer. One look and the Vision's difference is clear. No messy bags. It's power you can see. The Vision actually picks up more dirt than the best-selling Clean Air Upright. And it's the world's most maneuverable upright thanks to its swivel glide casters. The Vision's patented filtration system even removes microscopic particles. Plus, the 16-foot Haida hose puts everything within your reach. When you're ready, the dirt container is easy to remove, empty, and put back. And the exclusive motor guard system protects the fan and motor from larger items that might get picked up along the way. So for power you can see, get the Dirt Devil Vision. Nothing escapes the power of a Dirt Devil.
Get the Dirt Devil Vision with power you can see. Order now for free shipping and handling. Call 1-800-762-5555.
The hook set, the moment of truth for the bass angler. Get a good one and most time you nail the bass. Same applies to catching a bass on camera. Getting the hook set puts you, the viewer, right in the action. There's no cue cards when it's going to happen, but our Bassmasters crew has a knack for being in the right place, as here alongside Larry Nixon.
Oh my gosh, look at the size of that bass. Oh, baby, stay pegged. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. God.
That big bass is worth $108,000 and earns the second of 4 Megabucks titles for Larry Nixon, the first $1 million winner in Bassmaster Tournament Trail history. And the Bassmasters' Tim Miller caught all the action as Denny Brower battles a bass in the 1992 Megabucks, en route to the all-time BASS single-season money record, $208,900. Sometimes you get the unexpected, like a flying fish on the end of Tommy Biffle's line.
Come here, fish.
Randy Blockett has a classic hook set, plants his feet, and rocks the boat.
Ah, son. Man, I think that did it, boys, right there.
Guido Hibden scores high on style points. A good hook set, plays to the camera and the fans. Go, go, Guido. If videotaping a plastic worm fisherman, being ready is easier. There's always a telltale tap as David Fritz alerts us. But David, be careful. Try to stay in the boat. Getting a 10-pound bass on tape is rare on the Bassmaster Tournament Trail. Randy Dearman landed back-to-back 10-pounders for our Bassmasters Bo Anello. First on the weigh-in stage. Then watch what happens the next morning.
Thank you, son.
Sam Rayburn Reservoir in East Texas may be the best trophy bass lake in the country. For big bass action, cameraman Bo Anello couldn't agree more. But as North Carolina pro Guy Aker knows, you can go from a big bass hero to a zero in tournament fishing, and a little fun in the editing room.
Well, that's some prize picks from our Bassmaster Video Trophy Room. But here's the all-time greatest hook set. Jimmy Nolan, fishing in the 1991 Bassmaster BP Top 100 tournament at Lake Sam Rayburn.
Quick thinking, Jimmy, to recover your rod and reel and that bass. As a matter of fact, Jim Nolan weighed in 86 pounds in the tournament at Rayburn to set a top 100 record. However, this bass didn't help a bit. He culled the 2.5 pounder, but it's a keeper for our Bassmasters highlights reel. Coming up next, the bittersweet story of how Jim Bitter let the Bassmasters Classic slip out of his fingers. But first, a tip of our hat to Ray Scott's Bassmaster Casting Kid of the Week.
Hello, Bassmasters. My name is Kyler Edgehouse, and I am from Castledale.
As one of 10 national finalists, Kyler Edgehouse of Utah had to compete against 150,000 other kids. This 8-year-old scored 140 out of a possible 150 to win the Western Division Casting Kids 7 to 10 age group. As the youngest finalist at the Nationals, Kyler tied for third. Local BASS Federation clubs conduct the qualifying for Casting Kids events ages 7 to 14. Our congratulations to Kyler Edgehouse, a good casting kid.
When we set out to build the world's best ATV, we chose our role model carefully. The new Big Bear and Big Bear 4x4 from Yamaha. 'Cause out here, bears rule.
My name is Marjorie. I'm 65 and on Medicare. I use insulin to control my diabetes, and I'm low on my diabetic testing supplies. I should be driving to the drugstore now, but I'm not. Medicare covers my supplies, and I could be filling out these forms now, but I'm not. I could be paying out of pocket for all my daily testing supplies, but I'm not. Thanks again. Liberty Medical does it all for me.
Great news. Now Medicare covers diabetic testing supplies for everyone who tests their blood sugar. Get free home delivery with the cost billed directly to Medicare. You'll have no upfront out-of-pocket expense, no trips to the drugstore, no forms to file.
I could be just a little pressed for time and cash, but I'm not.
For more information on home delivery, call Liberty Medical, 1-800-766-8500. That's 1-800-766-8500. You'll save money and time.
Of all classic weigh-ins, none matches the '89 championship for high drama. Jim Bitter is trying desperately to hold on to the lead, and Hank Parker is making a charge from 8th place.
I'm nervous. Don't do it slow. I know how a man feels on death row. I've been sitting out there for about 30 minutes. I'm about to have a heart attack. Put him on the scale, Dewey.
Hold on just a minute. We're not going to do it. Just a second.
Come on, put him on the scale.
I just got to ask you one question. You realize that 13 pounds will put you in the lead?
Put him on the scale. Let's see what I got.
All right, put him on the scale.
Now Jim Bitter's catch goes on the scales.
610 to win. 610 to win. All right, watch it. For the Bassmasters Classic 1989.
6 pounds, 7 ounces.
6'7". I made it for you, buddy.
Hank Parker holds the classic trophy, but unfortunately Jim Bitter will forever remember this as the classic he lost rather than the one Hank won. For Jim had the winning bass in his boat. Heartbreaking memory for Jim Bitter, but a classic clip on any highlights reel. Thanks to Dick Worth, a cameraman on assignment for BASS News at the James River Championship.
6 years later, the Bassmaster Tournament Trail returns to the James River. And we asked Jim Bitter about that bittersweet time in '89.
Bob, I don't really feel bad about it at all. I mean, at the time I did, but it's just something that happened, and you can't change it. I don't think I did anything wrong. I mean, I've seen 100 people handle fish the same way, and it could happen to anybody anytime. It might happen to me again, but I doubt it. It's just one of those strange things. And I never really left it bother me after the first couple of weeks. It really kind of seems funny. And I've never lost my love of this river. I like this river the first time I ever put my boat in on it. For some reason, it seems easy for me to fish. I really don't know why. It just seems so predictable where you're going to find a fish. And it's just a matter of moving around till you find a little wad of biting ones. The year I was here in the Classic, I had just as many fish in about 6 or 7 creeks. I just picked this one because it was the biggest, and I thought the pressure would hurt it the least. And basically, that's why I'm here now. It's the same reason. It's the biggest, and a lot of deep water in it. It can hold a lot of fish.
For sure, Jim's not lost his desire to compete. He's won 4 times since the Classic mishap, and in one case by the margin of, you guessed it, 2 ounces.
Get up here. He's 18.3. He's got it, 18 pounds, 4 ounces. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Here's one.
Right now, it's time for the Pros Pointer. the how-to section of the Bassmasters.
Yeah.
Brought to you by
Good fish.
Wrangler Rugged Wear. Geared for the outdoors.
Another little trick that I use a lot in spinnerbait fishing is adding a little rubber core sinker right to the shank of the main spinnerbait hook. And why I do that is to add a little extra weight to maybe get a spinnerbait a little deeper, or more often, I'm going to use it on a smaller spinnerbait so I can reel it faster. In clear water, the speed of the retrieve is so critical. The faster I can make that bait move without it coming to the top or rolling over, the more strikes I can trigger. So I'll have that weight on there, and it'll catch some more fish for me. It's just another little tool you got to have in your tackle box to make a few more bites at the end of the day.
Thanks for the truck, Dad.
What'd you do?
Not much.
Where'd you go?
Kurtz?
You still talking about moving that old barn?
No.
The best long-term quality of any full-sized pickup belongs to Chevy.
Had a scratch?
Nope.
Chevy, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Next week, be on board as the Bassmasters head to Old Hickory Lake in Hendersonville, Tennessee for the Kmart Bassmaster Mega Buck Shootout. There's big bucks and big bass on the line as the pros go after $517,000. The top 10 finalists fish off on a 10-hole-like golf course right in full view of spectators. Defending champion Doug Garrett goes after another $100,000 payoff. For the Bassmasters, I'm Bob Cobb. See you next week.
You ain't sniffing this, are you? I will never forget this, guys. I will never.
In Fisherman Television, next on TNN Outdoors.
We're here at a demonstration asking internet users to compare Cox at home to their current internet provider.
The speed of Cox is instantaneous.
This doesn't take up a phone line. It doesn't stop you from watching TV either.
With the direct connection and not having to log on, it saves me time.
Images that took minutes to 2 minutes to download, we're up within a matter of 2 to 3 seconds.
The choice is clear. Over 99% of internet users surveyed agree Cox at home is faster than their current provider.
Call or email us to connect to Cox at home.
Cox Communications brings world-class entertainment to your home and great values in this month's cable bill. Thrills and spills await you. Save $4 on a one-day admission ticket when you redeem this coupon at Busch Gardens. You can be a part of the excitement of the MBNA Gold 200 on September 19th when you send in this offer from Dover Downs. If it's fun, it's here at Go Karts Plus. Check out their 3 exciting tracks when you redeem these coupons for 3 free tickets. Information, value, entertainment, choice. Yours on Cox Communications.
No, even a bass man like Bill Dance needs a break from the monotony of scenic destinations, endless days on the water, and catching trophy bass. So recently, Bill headed off to SeaWorld to lay back with one of his buddies who's on the staff there. What's our end of the deal? A behind-the-scenes look at the country's most popular marine park and a rare visit with Shamu and friends. Up next in Fisherman Television, on the home of the experts, TNN Outdoors.
This is TNN Outdoors.
Nothing can churn up standings on the pro circuit
like a trip to Oahe Reservoir in South Dakota. Here, seasons are spun in circles, and the angler who is not careful will find himself cast to the winds. That's the nature of this Western impoundment. Savvy contestants can weigh giant catches, but wrong strategic moves will spell snake eyes to other capable pros. Join us from the eye of the storm as the best walleye anglers in North America reveal their secrets to catching big fish on Western reservoirs.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go fishing!
It's the 1998 In-Fisherman Professional Walleye Trail. Brought to you by the Walleye Insider magazine, the first and last word in walleye fishing. Join the biggest names in the fastest growing sport in fishing today for the latest in hot new techniques and locations that will make you the best walleye angler you can be.
Here's a fish. That is a big walleye. Nice, nice.
And now, from the cutting edge of walleye fishing, here's your host for today's show, Tournament Master of Ceremonies, Jim O'Rourke.
Welcome to Lake Oahe and beautiful Lighthouse Point Resort. You know, every time we come to Oahe, we learn more about walleye movements and how to fish for them on big reservoirs. For instance, trolling crankbaits was a virtually untouched technique here until the PWT made its first visit in 1992. That's when Tom Zanenko executed an amazing come-from-behind win fishing for suspended walleyes. Since then, Ron Seeloff has won twice pulling plugs, once on points and the second time along shoreline breaks. Finally, 2 years ago, Mark Broombaugh discovered an untapped pattern of deep walleyes 50 feet and deeper, again pulling crankbaits. These were some groundbreaking discoveries that impacted the sport of walleye fishing in these western reservoirs. What new secrets will Lake Oahe give up during this tournament? We'll find out, so stay tuned.
A lot of industry experts told us that the passenger side was the best place to add a third door. We got still more advice insisting that the driver's side was the only logical choice. But as you can see, we let it all go right in one ear and out the other. Introducing the new Dodge Ram Quad Cab. The rules have changed.
Visit your champion dealer today and see why we're the best by any measure.
This segment of the In-Fisherman Professional Walleye Trail is brought to you by the Walleye Insider magazine, the first and last word in walleye fishing. Welcome back to the Power Bait Lubramatic Midwest Pro-Am from Pierre, South Dakota on the shores of massive Oahe Reservoir. This is the 6th time the In-Fisherman Professional Walleye Trail has visited Lake Oahe, but unlike golf and other sports where the course stays the same from season to season, fishing, especially on reservoirs, changes drastically with each event.
Things are a lot different out here. Well, you got to realize we're here a month and a half earlier than we was last year when I was out here at this time when I won the tournament trolling lead core. And this year I'm not marking the fish out in the areas where I was catching them last year. My understanding is when they dropped the lake level back down this winter, they was drawing a lot of water, and when the smelt moved back down this into the lake for the winter, a lot of them got sucked through the dam. So the fish you catch are pretty hungry, but a lot of them's not as big as what they were.
There's never been one at the south end of the lake, and actually I'm predicting that it'll be probably the south half of the lake, the last 15 miles. Fish seem to be a little healthier up here, a little stronger. So, I don't know, it's going to be interesting.
Also, unlike recent years on Oahe, crankbait trolling will probably not be a major factor. The big fish are holding tight to structure and feeding on localized schools of minnows, perch, or crawfish, as opposed to the meandering pods of smelt that were so abundant in years past. So for most of the pros, it's back to the presentation basics, such as Missouri River bottom bouncers or jigs tipped with live bait. The first of 3 days of competition finds many of the pros on their way to a 6-fish limit. Walleyes are being caught north and south along the reaches of the Wahi. While some large fish are going into the wells, many of the contestants are only able to find smaller fish in the 15 to 17-inch range. This year, classifies bodes well for the future of Lake Oahe, but won't go very far toward winning the $50,000 worth of champion boat and cash that will be awarded to the top pro.
Here we are. It's day one of the Midwest Pro-Am on Lake Oahe. And after a practice period that saw a thunderstorm, electrical storm, one after another roll through here, high winds, even a tornado, we come out here on day one, we've got flat, calm, high skies, 90 degrees, perfect condition, and the fish are biting. We've got Dan Steer in the background here. Dan's one of the top PWT pros, but this is also his home water. Dan guides here, and he's got a limit in the boat already. He's got about 20 pounds. He hasn't even been to his big fish yet. He's going to head there in a little bit, try and upgrade him. We'll see how he does.
Most of the larger walleyes are coming from the lower sections of the reservoir, where the remaining vestiges of smelt are swimming. Jack Wills Jr. of Warren, Pennsylvania, has put 6 good fish in the boat. Gary Parsons, well-known Wisconsin pro, also has been putting some respectable walleyes aboard. Parsons is one of the winningest pros on the PWT, but in recent years, he's been through a dry spell bigger than the Dakota Badlands. For 2 excruciatingly long seasons running, Gary failed to make the 40-person cut to go to the championship. Does this big basket of fish signal Gary's comeback? Or one more missed opportunity?
Folks, let's roll this one. 28.33, your current leader, Gary Parsons.
Parsons takes the lead by 3 pounds over Pennsylvania pro Jack Wills.
When I get to the reservoirs, I look at it as an opportunity to make up some weight because they're big enough. You can usually get off by yourself, find a good school of fish, and not have to share them with other people. And so I was looking at this as an opportunity. In practice, I wasn't really sure how good I would do. I never sit and pound on fish. A lot of the guys will say, oh, I caught 30 pounds today or I caught 20 pounds today. I normally can't tell you that in a reservoir because if I start seeing good fish and then catch 1 or 2, I leave. And I never know the potential of a spot until the first day of the tournament. And, you know, the name of the game for me is getting numbers of spots to last throughout the course of 3 days.
Serious walleye anglers, for cutting-edge tips, tactics, and locations, the Walleye Insider magazine covers it all. For more information on this must-read publication, call toll-free 1-888-WALLEYE. We'll be back with more from the Powerbait Lubrimatic Midwest Pro-Am after these words.
Pinnacle pros Ron Sheffield and Ted Takasaki talk about the nearly backlash-free Vision Reels.
The small Vision 5, for those times when you have to use light line, but need the strength and power of a precision bait casting reel.
And these Vision Reels, they come in the medium size 10, the large size 20, and the extra large size 30. They're easy to cast and nearly backlash-free. See the full line of easy-to-cast Vision Reels at a dealer near you.
When you're on the water as much as I am, you can run into some mighty painful situations. That's why I use this great TheraPick to stop pain and itch of insect bites and stings. Just apply it to the affected area, press the button, and hold for 30 seconds. You'll feel the soothing heat immediately. TheraPick is medically proven effective and safe. It's drug-free pain relief for your entire family. TheraPick, instant relief from insect stings and bites. Guaranteed.
TheraPick is available at most sporting goods retailers.
Grady & Son make the sweetest steaks around, the Gazette. Grady & Son's marinade gives their steaks zing, the Gazette. Grady & Son cherish the secret to their tangy marinade, the Gazette.
Our secret is A1 sweet and tangy.
Grady and daughter make the sweetest steaks around, the Gazette. The secret to great steak isn't just for great steakhouses anymore. A1, a marinade, a seasoning, a 136-year-old secret.
So many fish, so little time. That's why Kmart
and the Bass Anglers Sportsman Society have joined in an exclusive partnership to give you the know-how and the gear that can be the difference between fishing and catching fish. BASS and Kmart. We're talking serious fishing here.
Day 2 of the Power Bait Lubramatic Midwest Pro-Am finds two-time Angler of the Year Gary Parsons trying to end a 2-year absence from the winter circle. Parsons, looking for big fish, is working deeper than most of the other anglers in depths approaching 60 feet. Nearby, in the same section of the reservoir, Pennsylvania's Jack Wills Jr., holding down second place, once again tangles with a big Oahe walleye.
We just pulled up on second place pro Jack Wills Jr. from Pennsylvania. We watched him boat a nice 5-pounder. Now, these pros are always looking for some kind of an edge, and Jack's got one. During the practice period, he was fishing with his dad, and his dad was spraying the bait with an attractant and smoking Jack about 3 to 1 on the fish. So, what's Jack doing? He's spraying the bait. We'll see how he does at today's weigh-in.
Harry Stiles of Pierce, South Dakota, is going to be one of the leaders as well if he keeps landing walleyes like this. One of the few anglers doing well in the upper reaches of the reservoir is transplanted Texan Kent Hutchison, who lands a big walleye from a sunken island in the Cheyenne Arm. But overall, the bigger fish have been coming from nearer the dam. Gary Parsons is fishing large creek shove minnows behind a bottom bouncer. Bait selection can be a major key to success when fishing reservoirs. Some of the pros will literally spend hours sorting through minnows to find the quality bait they feel will trigger the right fish. One of Gary Parsons' secrets to success in the past has been his willingness to try the unorthodox. While pre-fishing with his son Chase, Gary discovered by accident that if after he missed a fish, he would reel up the bait 10 feet or so, the walleye, or another walleye in the school, would often slam the creek shove with a vengeance as it wiggled suspended in the water column. Gary has used this ploy to convert a number of missed fish into weigh fish.
We just watched Gary Parsons set the hook on a good fish, brought it up about 10 feet, then he lost it. But what was really interesting at that point is he dropped back down to that same fish and got him to take it again here just a few seconds later. He told us that he stumbled on this technique during the practice period. These fish are so aggressive that when he misses them, he drops right back. He's using these big chubs, drops right back to him, and he says more often than not, they come right back and sock it again. The fish ended up being a 5-pounder. It's in his live well now. It's heading for the weigh-in.
Jack Wills, Parsons' nemesis on day 1, has another live well full of big walleyes. But tournament fishing, perhaps more so than other sports, is a game fraught with mental errors. And Jack is about to make a big one. As other pros return for the first flight of the weigh-in, Jack is afflicted with the one more cast syndrome, and he fails to quit fishing in time for the weigh-in. This error in judgment will cost him his weight for the day. It's the kind of mistake an angler will make only once. The result? Gary Parsons will remain in the lead by 3 pounds. Snapping at Gary's heels, though, are a tough cadre of Dakota pros, the likes of Dave Spade, Harry Stiles, Mike McClelland, and Dan Steer. Parsons has quite a workload in store for him tomorrow if he wants to break out of his slump. And now, from the pages of the Walleye Insider magazine, here's the Hot Topics department. The term walleye boat is a misnomer. Actually, a good walleye boat is, in fact, a great all-around fishing boat. Designed with high gunnels and a deep V hull, these craft are suited to fishing big water as well as shallow. In fact, the only situation where specialized rigs such as bass boats might excel over a walleye boat is in extremely shallow water of less than a foot. Whether an angler is using the deck as a mere casting platform or using the whole vessel as part of the presentation, such as with trolling or drifting, a walleye boat will accommodate the presentation. And most walleye boats are equipped for live bait presentations with live wells suitable for bait storage. With electric troll motors fore and aft, you've got more or less complete boat control. Add a kicker motor, and you can keep fishing in the roughest of conditions. So whether you fish for crappies, salmon, walleyes, bass, or muskies, you can operate efficiently and safely from a well-constructed walleye boat. So many points, so little time. Locating walleyes on reservoirs can be an intimidating prospect. But in this tip presented by the folks at Lubramatic, we'll find out that there are some shortcuts.
You know, what I look for in reservoirs, western reservoirs, I'd have to call it structure. And the structure, the majority of the time, is going to be extended finger points coming from the shoreline. They're pretty easy to find. I like to go maybe 100 yards offshore with the boat. Carefully, you know, you have to watch out so you don't hit bottom if a point extends up too far. But I'll run pretty fast, and I'll watch my depth finder. And when the bottom comes up and then goes down, I'll go back and take a look at that point. That way, the short points are eliminated right away. The only ones I'm dealing with are the major pieces of structure. And then I'll take the graph, and I'll go shallow to deep, work myself all the way out to the tip, and I'm looking for fish along the way. Look for fish on top or along the sides, try to figure out what depths they're in. And if it looks like it's an interesting enough piece of structure with enough fish on it, then I'll stop and I'll fish them. And usually I'll use a bottom bouncer in a leech or a bottom bouncer in a minnow or a crawler or something along those lines.
When making long runs and eliminating unproductive fishing water, be sure that your boat's motor is properly maintained and lubricated with an oil that won't void the manufacturer's warranty. Like Lubramatic, the official lubricant of the In-Fisherman Professional Walleye Trail. We'll be back with some hardcore reservoir fishing after these words.
This is heavy fish out.
To catch big hookers like this.
Do you want to catch more walleyes like these? Then you need a copy of this, the Walleye Insider Magazine. Call toll-free 1-800-290-1236 now, and you get a free copy. That's right, a free copy devoted entirely to helping you catch more and bigger walleyes. In every issue, the world's top walleye fishermen keep you up to date on the latest equipment, tackle, and techniques. You get the scope on where to go for the hottest walleye fishing around the country. Plus, you get exclusive coverage of the professional walleye tournament, and you'll learn the techniques and tactics of the big money winners. Call 1-800-290-1236 now, and we'll send you a free issue, plus an offer to get 5 more issues for only $9.97. You save 43% off the newsstand price, or just return the invoice marked cancel and owe nothing. The free issue is yours to keep. Start catching more walleyes. Call 1-800-290-1236 for your free issue of Walleye Insider now.
Want to color your gray beard or mustache and get a natural look? It's easy with Just for Men Gel.
You look so natural, no one can tell with Just for Men Gel. No one can tell with Just for Men Gel.
It's not regular hair coloring. It's specially made to penetrate that coarse, hard-to-color gray. Simply brush in and in 5 minutes, rinse. Now gray is gone, matched up to the rest of your hair.
You look so natural, no one can tell with Just for Men Gel.
Well, we build marine winches here and marine deck equipment. My boots, they're very important. I got to walk around all day in them. They better be comfortable and they better be right. These are my feet.
You have to have the equipment to match the environment. Bottom line.
Wolverine DuraShocks, the world's most comfortable boots, guaranteed.
We're not talking about a new kid on the block here. Wolverine's been around a long time.
I got enough hard work to do here in a day that I don't need my feet hurt.
Tonight on TNN Outdoors.
Yes.
Find out the secrets the pros use when one of America's leading fishermen, Bill Dance, takes you along to some of the best fishing locations in the country.
Now, here's something else you might find interesting.
Bill will show you the latest techniques and how to use the newest products.